27 way stations, the libraries of becoming a mythomatician.
There is a difference between reading a book and being read by it. During the most virulent stages of my rebirth, when grief was aflame and my mind a crucible, I didn't just read for comfort. I read for calibration, for mental confrontation, for spiritual communion. These 27 literary stops became more than readings. They became waypoints and way stations. Waypoints, to navigate unfamiliar terrain. Way stations, to assess the condition of my soul, the weight of my thoughts, and the measure of my mindset. This list is not exhaustive. It's just a suitable subset to reflect the journey. The Bible gave me foundation. The Septuagint, Apocrypha, New International Version, and King James each a different lens, while Matthew Henry's commentary tethered me to historical and interpretive roots. Jung's synchronicity whispered of unseen patterns that echoed through both trauma and transformation. Neville Goddard and Charles Haanel taught me the architecture of the invisible, how feeling precedes form. The Kabbalion, Saint Germain, and the Solomonic texts cracked open the mystery schools and laced my intellect with ancient fire. Malcolm X and James Baldwin walked with me through the minefields of my identity and righteous rage, imbuing my spirit with the lived experience of others who fought the noise of racism. The Bhagavad Gita and Tao Te Ching served as sacred voices that whispered the rhythm of life as seen from the East. And somewhere amid Alice, alchemy, and the raw material, I began to see the connective tissue of it all. The flesh and the embodiment. Each book helped fuse a different element of the Mythomatician. The Bible gave me the logos. Neville gave me the feeling. Jung gave me psyche and archetype. Alchemy gave me the process. The science of getting rich reframed abundance as attunement. Dark night of the soul showed me that the abyss is not the end but the threshold. They weren't meant to agree. They were meant to converge, within. As for the psychological dimensions, I did not walk this path without tools of the establishment psyche. I used the DSM-5 TR, the Psychodynamic Diagnostic Manual, or PDM for short, and the HiTOP model to track the contours of trauma, archetype, and integration. I didn't bother to ask, what was wrong with me? I already knew the answer to that. Rather, I asked, what's rising in me? What must be integrated, not diagnosed? And what must be eradicated and not honored? Although these works are fundamental, my methods are a synergistic blend of God and math. So you may ask, then where are the math books? The math isn't missing, it's intrinsic. After 40 years of immersion in its logic and language, math is more than a discipline. It's part of my perception. Ask anyone who's been doing anything for over 40 years. It becomes a part of who you are. By the time I reached this threshold, the math was me. Furthermore, the math isn't where the medicine is. And I didn't want this to become another place for theoretical debates. I want any willing person to feel comfortable using this without needing a TI-85. So for our purposes of mathematical mechanics, any text or text you're comfortable with will do. In the more advanced levels of membership, we will delve into higher mathematics and the applications of rigor. But to use this in real life, all you need to be comfortable with is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and 7 core numerals, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. That's it. Throughout this experience, I learned that the Holy Bible not only gives foundation but breadth and alignment. That synchronicity can crack open new concepts, and that grief and grace may be part of the same invisible lattice. Goddard, Haanel, and the Kabbalion reframed the mind as a transmitter, and taught that there was a sacred signal that could be utilized. Saint Germain, Solomon, and the Theatrum Chemicum initiates esoteric alchemy, where transformation is both internal and elemental. Malcolm X and Baldwin remind that spirituality without memory is escapism. Tao Te Ching and the Bhagavad Gita provide cosmic rhythm, karmic reckoning, and devotion in complexity. Every book is a mirror, a mechanism, a myth. Each helped forge what I would later become. A fusion of mystic, mathematician, and mythmaker. The Mythomatician. The Mythomatician's public service announcement. The Occam's razor. While absorbing this collection of books was necessary for me, I don't recommend this route unless you're a mental traveler like me. For the person looking for a more simple, direct path, the easiest way is to follow Jesus of Scripture. Now stop. Please notice that I said follow Jesus of Scripture and that I did not say go to church. Jesus in church, is an image of Jesus from the mind of whoever is doing the teaching about Jesus. To follow the Jesus of Scripture, you'll have to read the Gospels more than once and a few of Paul's letters. However, it will be faster and a bit less stressful than these 27 way stations. I'm just saying.